Whoa. Excuse me. That came out of nowhere. Hey guys, Bearded Movie Buff here, back with another video on my YouTube channel for you guys to enjoy. This is something new, something different, something I'd like to call Unpopular Vote. This is where I like to sit down and talk about a movie that I seemingly enjoy just a little bit more than the mass majority. For my first episode of Unpopular Vote, I'd like to discuss Ghostbusters 2016 Reboot. Ghostbusters. Now, before everybody jumps down my throat, gives this movie a thumbs down, leaves me angry comments in the comment section below, just know that I'm a huge fan of the original Ghostbusters movie. Not so much Ghostbusters 2, that movie was kind of crap, but I'm a huge fan. I grew up watching the show, I grew up watching the movies, I'm in my 30s, okay? I know full well what Ghostbusters should be, what they're all about, and I absolutely love the Ghostbusters. However, just because I love the first original Ghostbusters movie and the cartoon animated show does not mean that I automatically have to dislike the idea of a Ghostbusters reboot or a Ghostbusters remake. I'm not one of those people that, didn't see this movie just because it was made, or didn't see this movie just because it's a all-female cast. Despite the interesting fact that every single male character in this movie was either an idiot or the bad guy. That's interesting. I actually enjoyed this movie for what it was. It's a piece of entertainment. Now, director Paul Feig, he's made some fairly entertaining movies that I actually enjoy, like Bridesmaids, Spy, and The Heat. Those movies were fun. They were entertaining. They were very funny. And so immediately, I think we all made that connection. Okay, well, if you're a fan of his other movies, you'll probably like this movie as well. They all kind of have the same feeling, the same humor, and pretty much the same actresses and actors. Despite the trailers not being too thrilling and too exciting, I was still looking forward to seeing this movie. And when I finally did, overall, I enjoyed it for what it was. It's a piece of entertainment. In comparing this to the original Ghostbusters, it doesn't really do much. When you reboot or remake a movie, the point is not only to make it your own as a director, but to kind of enhance things from the original, or do things a little bit different, do things better that would just add to the lore of what you are redoing. This movie didn't really do that so much. There were a couple of things that it did better, and I would definitely go as far as saying this movie is better than Ghostbusters 2, but overall this really didn't do much in terms of enhancing or making things better than the first original Ghostbuster movie. Another thing that was a little bit kind of confusing was it's almost like this movie didn't really know if it was paying homage to the original movies and acknowledging their existence, or if they were trying to just be a standalone Ghostbuster movie and do their own thing. With the Ghostbuster cameos, and just some of, a couple of repeated lines of dialogue taken from the original movie, you're kind of left wondering, well, is this part of the same universe? Is this an homage? Like, what's going on here? When you're doing a reboot, you want to make sure that you stand on your own and that the movie you are making is your own thing. It's kind of like a fully commit or don't commit at all type of situation. Again, it got a lot of hate, but I don't think it deserves the amount of hate that it got. It's not a perfect movie. It's not a great movie. But to me, it was a decently entertaining movie. It's a time killer. But again, as a whole, I felt this movie was fun. It was entertaining. It did its job as a movie. It's supposed to entertain you. I truly feel like the cast in this movie were great in terms of their connection, their overall connection with each other. I feel like this cast really worked well together, and they brought a lot to the table, and they played off of each other, delivered some funny lines, and it was fun. Look, overall, I'm clearly in the minority here. I am well aware that the script is not perfect. I'm well aware that this is not a great movie. I'm well aware that some things should have been done differently, and I'm very well aware that the men in this movie were kind of seen as idiots and the villains. But if you can push some of that aside and just enjoy this movie for what it is, a piece of entertainment, it's not as bad as people make it seem. You guys are more than welcome to disagree with me in the comment section below. I would actually love to hear from you guys. I'm not here to argue with anybody. I'm just here to express my thoughts and feelings on movies that I like that are clearly unpopular to everybody else. Hence the name of this segment, Unpopular Vote. So, leave your comments down below. What do you think about this video? What do you think about Ghostbusters 2016? Give this video a thumbs up if you like it. Don't forget to hit subscribe if you're into movies and entertainment, because that's what this channel is all about, guys. Just a community of movie lovers of all kind. Thanks for watching this video, guys. I will see you next time. You know, the tagline for this movie was, "Answer the call." Really doesn't make sense, since we are the ones supposed to be calling the Ghostbusters. We call the Ghostbusters. We don't answer calls.